Okay, so we got a load of core wood we're gonna take down. We also have flats on the back too, so we can bring back some raw iron on the way back. I figured out that if I probably get paid going both directions, I can get more cars probably a little bit easier. But yeah, we're gonna try to get there. We're not gonna go very, very fast, but you know, we gotta go a little bit faster, man. Just a little bit. And then when we get down here, right? Then we get the offload, and I didn't want to bore anybody because I've taken this route so many times, so I'll probably end up having to edit out the rest of it, but that's probably what will end up happening. But we're gonna drop this core wood off. That's gonna be the first delivery. We're gonna leave the core wood cars down here for right now, and I'll come back when I come back to get more raw iron. I'll take them up with me, because I'm gonna have to come back and get more raw iron again. So you know, I'll just come back and get these cars. So I mean, there is that. Okay. So you know, just saying that there is that possibility that I might mess up and you know, end up loading it the wrong way, but that's what happens. Alright. Yeah, we'll get to unload them here. Once they're unloaded, here's my whole thought process. Once they're all loaded, we're going to basically at that point, right? At that point, basically say, well, you know, we'll load it up. We'll put these cars where they're gonna go over there, where the offload is. Definitely gonna offload them. And then once they're all offloaded and all off the, you know, the 4 cars of that I have, are gonna be stuck down here. Well, I kind of don't like that, but since we have a bunch of raw iron, pretty much. Anyway. That should be alright. That behind the background noise, there's just a bunch of thunderstorms rolling through. I hope it doesn't get picked up, but you never know. But yeah, we're just gonna unload these cars, hook back up to our other cars, and hopefully get a load of that up there today to make some more pipes so that I can either take it to, you know, go back to the oil field, or I can go to the refinery, because I think they both take pipe as far as I know. But you gotta pull a little bit past the dang switch, because if I don't, you know, something might happen. So we don't want to send any trains to the moon. We don't want it to happen under our watch. We don't want to send nothing to the moon. Sending things to the moon is a bad idea. But yeah, once these are offloaded, then we'll load up some raw iron, and we'll take that raw iron run back, and then I'll come back off camera and hook up to the core wood cars once I'm done. That's how it should work, if I can get it to work. Because I don't even know if I can make it up before these cars. I don't know the exact weight of all 4 cars. So, I don't know the weights, and I don't know what's gonna make it. You know, might as well leave off 4 empties and not have to worry about it. But probably in the next run, we'll take them back up with us, load up. Then we'll go get those loaded and come back down, full core wood again, and do another one of these runs. But I'll do that off camera. Probably. I might do one more run. And I might have to take some lumber, I think. Probably 2, but we'll have to find that out. Okay, so we're gonna back in now. finish backing in. Get this last one off my cars here, and then I'm gonna put the cars right here, so I'll apply a brake. Doesn't matter which one, I guess. Apply the first one, pull the pin. I just pulled the pin, so I guess, you know, that'll work. Depending on what's going on, so, you know, that'll work. Hell yeah, we got enough. We got some rails, so we can run some rails to the coal if we wanted to. Start making more coal. Get that all fired back up, but I'd have to get more of the one certain type of car that I have with me to be able to get a lot of weight, and in order to pull more than what I want right now, I'm probably sure that this is not gonna make it all the way out to the coal. It could. It could surprise me. I'll be honest with you. I think it could. The train's a little zoomy without the weight of the extra cars on the back. Yeah, we're gonna try to throw a pin in here when we get back into these cars. I don't know if I left the Lincoln pin in the other one or not, so I guess we'll find out. Worst case scenario, I have to pull forward, pull this Lincoln pin out, put that Lincoln pin back in, and put a pin into my train. So either way, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be an easy way to do it. And loading up this raw iron is gonna definitely take a while, just because I'm, again, not really familiar with these ones, so I'm pretty sure probably everybody's saying that if they're using these new cars. Is like, I'm not even used to them, so I don't know what everything like. I know this would have to be theoretically in the middle, probably. That would make sense to me. Oh, dang it. Double link. Hang on. We'll just pull this thing forward. Pull it forward. I don't want to, like, go to the moon. There, game. Nope. Pull that Lincoln pin, and then I'll just use this Lincoln pin. Don't matter. Some Lincoln pins gotta go in there. That's about all I can tell you. It's gotta get Lincoln pinned in so that I can actually move it. I know that much. And I do have the first brake on, so. Okay. Now that we're hitched in. There we go. Pull the brake back off. Make sure all the other ones, I didn't set any more, because I could have. Okay. Yep, good enough for me. I know the last two don't have any brakes on, so. It's usually the first and second cart that I usually sometimes put brakes on both, or brakes on one. Just depends on what type of train I have. I'm thinking we might go with something like the Montezuma, maybe. Just because, and use this one as like a switching around engine. So like if I pull out more cars, I'm gonna go from the depot out to the storage, and then just put them in the storage, and then pick them up from the storage on the way either to or from wherever. That's generally how this would work, I believe. I mean, I got enough oil cars, that's for sure. I just need more pipe that I can, you know, make more oil. And then, you know, that's the only thing, that's the only sad part is like that. That's all I need. It's like, I just need steel pipe. Like, come on. The fill of that would cost what exactly, you know? I don't know. That could be an option eventually. Just be like, how much steel pipe do you want, you know? I hope that might become a thing someday, like where you could teleport products. Not like teleport, but like have it loaded onto a train, right? Your train or whatever. Like, and just have every car loaded already, ready for you to go. And, or have like, you could have like an AI conductor run it to wherever for X amount of money. I don't know. That would be pretty cool, though. like have that for, you know, a high tier level or whatever. But I'm just saying that that would be a cool thing. I don't think they're gonna do it, but you know, it could. They could surprise me. But yeah, I don't feel like put everybody backing up out of there, because I'm pretty sure everybody's seen me back out of there 1,000 times by now. So I just decided we'll get up here to the hill and then start recording again. So that's probably gonna be what we do when I edit it. Or, right, have to make separate, I don't know. I guess I'll just cut it up in editing and be done. Because I don't feel like having a show every time I come from down there loaded up. But it's all loaded up now. We're heading up to the top. Should be there soon, and then once we get to the top, then we'll have to realign some switches so that I can go to the side to actually load the raw iron into. So at least I'm getting paid kind of both directions. But I didn't pull the other cars with me, and I know it's kind of a waste, but it's not really a waste per se, it's just more time consuming, because then I gotta go back to get those cars to load them up to get them ready for, you know, the next run. But then again, I can pick up more raw iron and get paid on the back haul, so we'll figure it out. Pretty sure this thing could probably handle it. It's handling these cars pretty easily. It's just me forgetting to like leave the throttle on like 50 or above. It's just me. That's why sometimes you see it like to 100% reg just to see if it, you know, can actually make it a little bit without, you know, throwing cars around. Which it did pretty well at, so can't really knock it for that. And the only thing we got left, once we get up here, is just to offload the raw iron, make more pipe, and then should be okay. But I might not transport any more lumber to it right away. You know, I might do a little bit of off-screen work, stacking it, to where I only gotta move lumber or something else. So that's an eventual thing that I want to do. We'll get there eventually, though. I mean, but we're only gonna move 3 at a time anyways, so this is just the one run that I just decided, yeah, let's do it, you know. And then probably the next 2 runs after this will be, you know, me running it by myself, which is fine. I think that's the plan, though, is just to stack it up as much as I can before iron. Because right now what I'm trying to do is, all these cars are kind of cost me a lot of money, so I'm going to try to get a Montezuma or something like that that's a little bit more bigger, has a lot more capacity for wood and stuff. And then use this one just to switch around cars, you know, where we would take them anyway. So it'd just be a yard switcher, more than likely. Or running back to the depot, if I'm taking something to the depot, you know, that would be your running around terrain, kind of. I guess is the best way to look at it. I don't know how to look at it, but that would be about the closest thing I could think of. Which is fine with me. We're getting somewhere now, at least. Because these are all the switches. So, we're pretty close to having to flip a couple switches to make sure that I'm blind in for the inbound side and not the actual taking out a product side. That'll come here, up here in a little bit. We'll have to stop, throw some switches, and then we'll be good to go again. So, yeah, there's always that. I don't know what we're gonna do after that, though. Probably have to run it some lumber or something like that, which is fine with me. Because I think these cars fit 3 lumber, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong, but that could be just me guessing again. But because the raw iron's a little bit more heavier, you can only fit a certain amount, you know. And lumber's probably like, you know, about half or less than this load that I have currently. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I do kind of like the other little rolling stock that we have here. I do love these little cars. But I'm still saying that would be cool to have like a little car that you could buy. Have extra firewood. You know, stuff, yeah, like even water, you know, have a water tower or a water hose that you can fill the engines with, but you have to, you know, refill the tank, you know. Because I've seen a couple of them before, so I know they exist. I just don't know if they have anything to base that off of, but I mean, it would be theoretically the same car, so I don't know. That will be, I might have to look into investigating a heck of a lot further than I have at this point. So, I mean, I have investigated it some, but, you know, some things I haven't gotten around to. So, that'll be pretty cool if I can get around to that. And then this is the point right here where I said that we'd have to get off, throw some switches to basically get where I wanted to go. So that's good with me. I'm hoping that nothing goes wrong. Just had to get a drink again. That's why we're gonna sit here for a few minutes and then we'll be getting back on. The throw-in switch, I had to make sure which switches I flipped and why. And I was also writing out in a little log that I keep. Little paper log. I threw this switch to go here, so this switch is the line for that. You know, I'm pretty sure that people probably would have back in the day. Like, kept like little things like, oh, okay, so this switch is aligned to that up ahead. You know, and this is what was going through there, so there still might be a train there, so we gotta, you know, make sure we don't hit the other train. I'm sure somebody has done that. I'm sure. I mean, back in the day, who knows what they did, but I'm just thinking that that might have been something that they did. Now, I, again, could be wrong, but again, I'm just assuming that's what something, you know, some of them might have done to pass the time, you know. Or, if they wanted to know where they were going, and how the switches were, you know. So, I mean, anything's possible, but it could have happened. Not saying that it didn't happen, just saying it could have happened at some point, you know. Somebody getting lonely out there and, you know, just wanting to write, so they were trying to find something to write about, and there you go, you know. Or they were keeping tracks on, you know, a certain piece of equipment and how long it ran, and, you know, I mean, it just depends. It really all depends on that. I would assume somebody somewhere has probably done that before. Like, written down, okay, so this switch and that switch were flipped this way. It's aligned for that, you know. But this is what went down it, so there still might not be a train on it. You know, we gotta watch that thing. That's how you could say it. I don't know if it would. Again, I could be 1,000% wrong. But the way people are, you know, kind of makes you wonder, you know, would somebody back then that's, you know, sitting around in the back of a train, or, you know, running a train even, would they have kept a log of some of the switches that they flipped? I'm pretty sure they would have. I'm pretty sure that would be a common thing. Again, I would have to find somebody that actually, you know, runs, you know, Steam like they used to, or, you know, Even some of these places where steam trains, you know, still run to this day, you know, if that would be something that they would have done. Maybe somebody out there knows that. I don't know, but it seems like they would have. You know, just for their own, you know, information, you know, okay, so this is flipped, that's line better. That's the way I went, you know. Did we flip it back or did we leave it, you know? I'm thinking that you would just end up just leaving it, depending if you're running to that industry very, you know, either frequent or not frequent. But it just depends on. If you're frequenting there, you probably flipped it. If not, then you would have left it, you know, going someplace else. So, I'm pretty sure that's how that would have worked. I'm not 1000% sure or anything, but it could have been a thing. Was it actually a thing? Probably not. But then again, I don't know. So, see, it's kind of like a 50-50. I could be right, could be wrong. The only way to find out is... right? Yeah? Well, that's the only way. Probably find somebody that, you know, actually remembers back in the day, or can tell you stories on it. That'd be another way to figure that out, I guess. But I'm pretty sure they would have. You know, not to, you know, give to anybody else, but just for their own simple, like, this is where we went, this is how we got there, you know, so they know for next time what switch to flip to get to where they gotta go. Just saying, could have happened back then. A lot of things probably could have, but I have a strong feeling that that might have happened at some point. With some employees, somewhere, surely. Where would it have happened? I have no idea. But it sounds like a possible thing that would happen, I guess. If, you know, if you're riding, you know, always, you know, manning the fire and all this stuff, I mean, in between the downtime of you not having to put, you know, pull a wood in it every so often, I'm pretty sure, you know, rather than, you know, checking stuff out, or checking out, you know, the cars and stuff, you know, just looking around. Other than that, if you didn't want to look around, you probably would have wrote down stuff like that. Kind of makes you wonder, you know, what they would have written about, like, being in the train all day. Now I'm gonna go and see if I can find stuff like that. That's another thing I gotta figure out. Because I do it only because, you know, I want to make sure that I understand what switches are flipped and which ones I changed and where was I going. It's better to find out these answers than have to guess. But I think we're gonna have to stop here and get back off this switch, the one that the cars are on. We're gonna get that. Last car off the switch. And then we'll pretty much be straight backing from here, but I had to make sure to at least throw this switch, because that takes you down in there. You can get, you know, your oil cars and all that stuff. That's where that goes. So in order not to go the wrong way, you gotta flip your switches. But again, I thought they were flipped, but I could have been wrong. Looking through my log, no, I was wrong. I did flip them. The last time I flipped them was because I took oil out of there and went to the refinery. Makes sense, I guess. Because I bought all oil cars one time, so probably why I flipped it that way and left it, because I thought I was going to come back to it. We're going to run some of this instead. The other thing I think it needs is like lumber now, probably, to start producing again. So, might be, you know, alright thing. So, I'll have to see. what our lumber's like back there. Probably pretty low. Probably only got like 2 or none pieces, depending on how long ago I loaded it. So it'll be alright. Get this offloaded, then maybe next run we'll take some lumber up back to here. And it's pretty low. That's alright. We're gonna stack this at least a little bit more anyway. I think I got all of them lined up on one shot there. Holy heck, that's never happened to me before with these new cars. Wow, that's good. There we go. Well, we've added more of it. It's always a good sign. See how many pipes we got back here. It should, well, none. But then again, it might need lumber to make more. Could need that. But anyways, I will see you on the next one.